but now what I did is I created the Magic Bullet postcard, and that one postcard, you say, what's working today? My Magic Bullet postcard has been working, and I continued on Facebook and with my clients and reconnecting and all that. People are still using it. We're still using it. It still works. It's the number one postcard on the planet. Okay. My Magic Bullet postcard. Now I updated it recently because it was talking about the economy. So I just had to shift some wording around. But otherwise, it's a great tool, works all the time. My joint venture partnership program, all I had to do was have them send $700 worth of postcards a month. And usually they had more leads than they can handle. Okay. All right. Today, when it's hot, what's a hot market, you get less response. Okay. So you have to spend maybe $1,500 to make 50 or 100 grand. Okay. Using a creative, transaction engineer approach where you can solve a lot of different problems for someone who wants to sell a house. All right. So the Magic Bullet postcards, the discount zone is that every door direct mail. You've heard of that?
Yeah, from the post office.
Yes. It's through the post office, but you got to go through a printer. You got to get them printed. So you can go print them.
Right.
And you could keep a stack, and you could hit a carrier route of 300 people, right? And you could go mail those for 19 cents, right? But you have to print them, and you have to deliver them properly to the post office and all that. Okay. So what I found is that there's this remnant space you can buy from people that are doing these print houses that are doing mailings to areas, and they have this high capacity, and they offer to go ahead and print a 9-inch by 6-inch oversized full color double-sided postcard. You don't need a list because it just goes to everybody in the neighborhood. So you don't have to buy a list. You don't have any returns. It just goes to every single door in the carrier routes you select. And there's a map where you can select the carrier routes, these geographic areas that are discount zones. Because if they're a discount zone, you can print, mail, everything for 19 cents. Oversized postcard.
That's after you have to get them printed though first.
No. Printed and mailed for 19 cents today.
Who prints them?
There's 3 different companies that I've found online. If you Google discount zones postcards, you'll probably come across growmail.com, and there's 2 other ones like Impact Printing, and I think they're all 3 associated with the same company.
Okay.
Did you find it?
I'm about to.
Okay, yeah, discount zone postcards. And it has to be a certain size, which is around 9 by 6.
Right.
I've also created the world's largest postcard, which is 15 by 12. And if you have a large postcard like that, the key is, what do you put on it, right? This oversized postcard that you mail to everybody in the neighborhood, what do you put on it, right? So that's where my expertise comes in, okay? Because you have a different strategy. You're not just looking to buy houses. You're also going to be targeting, occupants and vacant, there's strategy behind it.
So okay, let's dig into this real quick.
Yeah.
So when you use every door direct mail from the postal service, and I'm finding what you're talking about, by the way. I Google searched this, and there are folks out here, everything included for 19 cents. I see all this.
Does it have the little button where you go to the map?
That's on the Postal Service's website.
No. It's on that company.
Okay, yeah. I haven't done that yet. I'll dig around and look. But here's my question though.
Yeah.
So don't need a list because you're going to hit every single door. So what is our message? What are you specifically trying to convey when you're hitting every single door like that? Because everybody's not going to want to sell. Everybody is not in a position to sell. You're going to hit a lot of stuff that just you're not going to. There's just no interest here. A lot of folks are going after highly targeted lists, niche lists that are stacked, that have this tax lien,
which is what that's what you want to do today with you want to stack lists today when you're doing first class. Yes.
Right. But you're hitting every single door. What's the message that we're trying to get across when we hit every single door?
Okay. It's similar to the same message that all those stacked lists. I call it the magic bullet postcard because it's the same message to every different list because it works on every list. Okay.
Okay.
But it's generally, it's that we want to buy houses. Okay. And here's all the benefits that we offer. And because we are creative investors with a long-term buy and hold approach, we can actually say in the postcard that we can pay, more than any other buyer. We can pay top dollar. Okay. So that's an advantage. But even if you don't do that, as long as you have a buddy who can do that, right? Or call me, right? You should advertise that. So the message on an oversized postcard in the past, it would just be for buying houses, even though it's going to renters and it's going to empty houses and it's not going to all the owners, right? If the house is vacant or whatever. So that's why you want to keep your costs down as low as possible because you have that waste. All right. Now, I have created an advertorial. It's like a free special report. It's like a 5-page special report. Does buying and selling have to be so difficult? Okay. So it talks about it's like an article about me being written about me on how I buy houses and how I sell houses and how I use private investors to fund all my deals. All right. So I would run that in a newspaper as a flyer, as an advertorial or whatever, or on, you can put that on an oversized postcard. Now, you have a lot of space, but that you can have the whole thing to buy houses, but I would say I would have a message to buy and sell. Okay. So I would use that. I call it a 3-in-1 message because I have a lot of tools for a 3-in-1 message, including your $100 bill business cards, fold over die cut cards. I don't know if you've seen those. What you put in there is important. So now here's even better. You put as much of whatever you want to put on there. The biggest difference that investors have in their results is the message and the design. Everybody's using postcards. Everybody's hitting the same list, but people are calling on my postcard because number one, I try and avoid people that are getting a bunch of cards. That's a different list, right? I go to a different zip code. But if they are, we get calls saying, "Hey, I'm getting all these postcards, but I called yours because I like it." It read to them, right? So with the oversized postcard, you can put your marketing message on there, and you can actually have 4 panels. So one side is you. Well, one side's you, and then 2 panels on the back, or even more, where you sell that space to other marketers, your title company, your mortgage broker, any non-competitive person in the community that wants to hit that same area, and you mail your cards for free. That's what we're doing with the 12 by 15. That's more than space than we need, and we can have 5 marketing partners. We can get, it's the size of a regular postcard. We could sell that to 5 different people. Say, hey, you want to hit 10,000 homes?
Richard, I love that. That is brilliant.
I've been teaching that forever. But it's hard to get anybody to actually do it. So I'm setting up systems where we're doing that for people. I do create the templates for people. We are going to be doing, the discount zones is not that hard because if you just have any questions, just call them. They're helpful.
Yeah,
they'll help you out.
But Richard, this is really good right here. If I'm going to buy houses,
yeah,
I can sell space on my postcard to a title company or an attorney that closes in my state,
insurance, landscaping, contractors.
And this is so when I'm doing Facebook ads, for instance, I'm trying to figure out how I can get my Facebook ads for free. So I have like a lead magnet possibly, and I've got like a $9, like a free plus shipping book type of thing. I'm trying to get it to where the revenue I make off of my Facebook ad pays for all of my Facebook ads just by these little upsells and downsells and things like that. So this is an incredible way to get your postcards paid for, all of your marketing paid for, which means, Richard, in theory, we can send out unlimited mail.
You can send out unlimited mail.
We don't have a marketing budget anymore.
Look, every time I'm working with investors, when I solve one problem, it's the next problem. Okay. So if I'm known for giving people why would you do this if you have all the leads you can handle doing something, already working, right? Why even, create this new campaign unless you want to scale? Well, if you got something that's already scalable. So there's reasons why people don't do it, but I can get people all the leads they can handle. But once you have that, and sometimes you have to test the market, change the zip codes, but the message works. I know how the media works. I know how to make Facebook ads work for real estate investors as well as other types of businesses. And it's doing exactly the opposite of what everybody else is doing.